Vâng.
Ừ.
Okay. Good evening. We can start. There are 13 students.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. So today we are going to discuss about the types and areas of guidance. So we are talking under that personal or individual guidance. So what do you understand by personal or individual guidance? So last week we discussed about guidance, that we emphasize that guidance, we need guidance from the day we were born until we die. That is a continuous process. So then now under that we are talking about personal guidance. Mean by personal guidance or individual guidance. Oh. It doesn't matter whatever you express, just give your idea. Yes, even if you read the first, can you see this, the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Then?
Yeah, the personal means it's related to the one person and giving the guidance. And individual means we selected one person and it's like according to he or she, it's the guidance what he need. I don't know. That's
Then
the way I feel.
yeah, so then under individual guidance, so personal guidance, what kind of things that we actually, I mean, what kind of guidance will an individual need? Yes.
It might be related to their culture, their the family
They are
backgrounds.
what? Family problems, maybe personal problems, right? What else? Educational problems, or maybe that they have some deficiencies. Deficiencies means that poor hearing, poor vision, speech problems, writing problem, some deficiencies like cripple means that he can't use his hands and legs properly. So that can be, those can be problems, personal problems. So they are the personal problems encountered by a person: educational problems, family problems, individual problems, maybe child abuse, personal deficiencies. Right. So then, what is expected through personal guidance? So now, if a person has these kind of problems, what kind of guidance is expected?
Even with these those like I will call as a mispoint these personal defectives and how to fix for the class or the where he going to learn how to fix with those things and follow the course.
Okay, then
And
finally, what is expected? So
to
now
make them learn.
we discussed last week what is the aim of guidance. What's the aim of guidance? We discussed, if you remember.
To overcome problems.
Yeah, total personality development. When it comes to total personality development, what is it? Emotional development, physical development, spiritual development, social development, mental development, everything. Right? So then when a person has different types of problems, they need guidance for total personality development. Right? So then, so these especially the students, they need guidance when they face personal problems related to their family, related to their friends, related to their teachers, parents, then education, social problems, affairs. Right? Then tell me what will happen if personal guidance is not provided to the student at the right time. Now, we have heard a lot of incidents in society. Just tell everybody contribute, you give your ideas, because this should be an interactive session rather than listening and drowsing. So I want your active participation. If we talk, that we can have more ideas, then you can
Loss of
remember the
confidence,
facts. So what will
loss of
happen?
Wrong
Yes.
loss of confidence,
Hmm.
lack of coping skills, sometime attempting suicide,
Hmm.
like this.
Right. What else? Hmm.
Might be they never ever raise their voice again. If they don't have proper guidance, they will neglect and they
Yeah.
will be corner.
Hmm. Right. So then, if the personal guidance is not provided whenever a person has a problem, maybe it sometimes certain problems they have only very small solutions, very minute solutions, but they cannot sometimes they cannot understand their problems. It may be the reason they can't understand their problems. So sometimes if we make them understand the problems, they may be able to identify solutions for them. So that is one thing. So through guidance, we can make people understand their problems. We can help them to find solutions on their own, right? Then sometimes we listening to certain people's problems alone is a treatment. So then when they release their stress or the pressure, it also a treatment, because then when they release that, they are okay. So therefore, if a personal guidance is not provided to the students at the right time, what happen? They may develop less self-esteem. What is self-esteem? Atma abhimanya. So we have some kind of pride about ourselves. So we may develop less self-esteem because they are suffering from that problem. So that they feel very insecure because they have a problem, they are suffering from that problem, they don't know how to overcome the problem. So they are so insecure. Then the first and foremost thing is that personal guidance helps him to understand himself. Then when he understands himself, he can deal with his problem. So he may be able to understand his problem and to identify a solution for the problem. Then when he understands his problem, he can take a solution, he can identify solutions, he can take decisions, he can take right judgment towards the problem. Right? Then on the other hand, sometimes there may be people who lack the social interaction. So due to that, so especially now there are some students when they go to university, they can't adjust to the social environment. So if you just heard about the recent suicide case of that Wayamba College of Education student. So she was also the same. She did not have a very good interaction with the society. She was all alone most of the time. So they don't know how to deal with the society, how to deal with other people. So then sometimes when they do not have anybody to listen to them, anybody to discuss their problems, they take wrong decisions in their life. So this guidance helps the individual to view the social world in the right perspective, the society, people in the society, characteristics in the people in the society, how to deal with them. So they look at in the correct perspective, and they adjust accordingly. They adjust to the environment, then they can lead a happy life. If they can't adjust, only that they always try to be cornered, they try to uh, get away from the social interactions, and they are unhappy, right? So then that's why we need the personal guidance. Therefore, personal guidance is an essential part in educational institutes, especially in the schools. There may be students now. Especially now, most of the families most of the families they have only one child in the family. So this child is not used to the interactions with others. So they have lots of problems when it comes to interactions, sharing, and sometimes very difficult for them to adjust. So therefore they need guidance. So finally we have to say that personal guidance or individual guidance enable the student to overcome this insecurity, problem with social acceptance, problems with that means problems with people in the society, and certain because sometimes they lack their expression. That means they don't like to express themselves even if they have problems, but through this guidance they learn to express themselves when they have problems, right? So then there are lots of advantages of personal guidance. So sometimes if it lacks, it may cause the child to have depression, be cornered, maybe that the child won't be able to show maximum capacity or potential. So therefore, personal or individual guidance is essential. Then, how it is important for adolescents. Now, if you are working with adolescents, that teenagers, just tell, rather than looking at the note, just tell me how it is important for adolescents, personal guidance. Now, you can integrate it to the present problems the adolescents face. Okay, talk. Everybody talk. You can give your ideas. It doesn't matter whether it is correct or wrong. Hurry up. Hurry up, hurry up. Just give your ideas. Why personal guidance is important for adolescents, the teenagers.
If they don't have the personal guidance, might be they will think whatever the path they choose, it is the right path, but it will be not the good for them.
Okay, another one.
The children shouldn't share the all things to their parents. So the personal guidance, the school teachers' personal guidance, very important for the children to share their problems, their problems, personal problems.
Okay. Right. So then adolescents, that means teenagers, they have lots of problems. So one thing is they have problems with their growth. Now, when they grow up, they with the puberty, they are the changes of their body. That means if we consider about a girl, that how that that different changes occur in the girls, boys both. So then these things sometimes they can't bear up. So there are certain children who grow up faster than the others. Then they are thinking, so why I have grown up like this, others are not like that. And there are some children who have not, and they are thinking of others and say, oh, I am skinny, and see my other friends, they are grown up and they are plump and big and so look great. Therefore, that they have these kind of problems related to their growth. On the other hand, they have problems with the society, that because they expect social recognition, යාලව accept කරන එක ගැන බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා, and they want to have gangs, they want to get the leadership. So there are these kind of things, and they don't like to obey rules and regulations. They think they can take their own decisions. So therefore, they have lots of problem during this age. Therefore, these children, they undergo social, physical, and attitudinal changes during this time. So personal guidance at this age help them to adjust personally as well as socially. So they can adjust to the society as well as they can adjust themselves. So then, sometimes they have problems in the families because they don't like to listen to their parents. They think they are big enough to take decisions. They don't care the parents' decisions, and they don't like, they want their independence. So these kind of problems arise in the families also. So therefore, when these children are given guidance to understand the situations, so then they will adjust mentally, physically, emotionally with the people in the family as well as the society. Therefore, personal guidance help an individual to address various problems that comes across in his life in various stages. And it help the individual to become a stronger person, both physically and mentally, right? So then that is why we need personal guidance during the adolescence. Okay, right. Then what is vocational guidance? Tell me. Yes. Mhm. Yes, tell.
Selecting a proper job for according to their talents and capabilities.
Mm. Yes, vocational guidance. Some other person, just give your view about what is vocational guidance. Yeah. Yes, others also give you ideas. What do you understand by vocational guidance? Give you ideas. What do you understand by vocational guidance? Now we talked about personal guidance. Under personal guidance, we talked about uh, um, individual guidance given to teenagers or adolescents. Why it is important. Then we are talking about vocational guidance. What do you mean by vocational guidance?
To choose the correct subject or stream.
Okay. What else?
Advice and support.
Right. Okay. So then vocational guidance means guiding an individual to do a job. How can we guide an individual for a job? What kind of advice we should give the person? First of all, we have to make him identify his skills. So if he is not skillful for a job, particular job, he can't do it. Right? So then first of all, we have to make the person understand his strengths and weaknesses, what he can do, what he can't do, his skills. Then accordingly, he has to select a training course. So then he has to follow the course, gain the qualifications. According to the qualification, he has to find a job. Then he has to enter the job. In the job, he has to prosper. Right now, if you consider about teaching, so then you have to now maybe that imagine that you have got selected to colleges of education, so there you get the job. Now you go to school. So after going to school, you can't just do something. So you have to undergo some training. The trainings are given from the zonal education office or from the Ministry of Education, Sometimes there are some other training courses. Then you can follow degrees like that you're doing now, right, to improve your knowledge. So like that, that is, you prosper in your job. Then the people are guided to go for promotions. So now here, when you do these degrees, you can have promotions in your salary. You can have salary increments, and you can go to the next grade quickly, faster than the others, right? So if others take about 3 years, you can go to the next grade within 2 years, like that. Okay. So then vocational guidance. So with the technological development, many avenues have been opened for occupational world. Tell me, what are these avenues? Yes, what are these avenues? Tell me. With the technological development, what are the avenues? What is the technical development? First, you tell me. Yes. With the technological development, many avenues have been opened for occupational worldwide. So what is this technological development and what are the avenues? Talk. Hello. Now, how do you identify job opportunities? Tell me. How do you identify job opportunities? What are the ways?
Online working.
According to our skills.
Yeah, now I'm asking the technological development and avenues. How do you identify certain jobs?
By the papers, newspapers.
Newspapers. Then if you consider technological, that, as you said, online.
Online.
Yeah, you can, if you go to certain websites, you can find some jobs, right? So you can apply for them. So then with the technological development, many avenues have been opened for occupations worldwide. So not only in Sri Lanka, so in other countries also, you can find better jobs. So for that, we need vocational guidance. We need the guidance of somebody, because if we want to apply for a job, we need to prepare a good CV or resume. We have to have the necessary skills. We have to do certain courses and get qualifications, right? Then vocational guidance deals with assisting an individual to choose the right occupation or job. Now, if you have qualifications related to mathematics or agriculture, if you select a job something related to some other subjects, that you are not successful. So you have to find a job according to the qualifications or the skills that you have. Right? So then, what should you do after finding the correct job? Now imagine you, first of all, you have to identify your skills. According to the skills, you identify a certain course, then you follow the course and earn your qualifications. After identifying the qualifications, what should you do? You go for the right selection of the job. After identifying the right selection of the job, what should you do?
Apply.
Your skills.
After identifying the right selection, after selecting the correct job, what should you do? Now imagine you are a teacher. You have selected your job. Now what should you do?
Submit the CV. Submit the CV.
Yeah, I'm asking now. That is also part of entering the job. Now imagine now you're already in the job. You have selected the job and you have entered the job. Then
You can follow certain courses to develop.
no, imagine you have selected the job. Now what you have to do? You have to prepare for the job. Yeah, you have to prepare for the job. Now, as an example, imagine you want to be a teacher. Now some of them are preparing now. How? You are following this course because you are gathering necessary knowledge to become a teacher, right? So you have identified your skills are to be a teacher. Your capacity is to be a teacher. Your passion is to be a teacher. Some of them are already teachers. Now they are progressing in it by doing this and by following this degree. Others, those who have not, they are preparing for this. They are preparing to become teachers by following this degree. So like that, in the vocational guidance means we have to guide people to identify their skills, their likes and dislikes, their passion, accordingly select a course, follow it, gather qualifications, enter a job. So after entering the, before entering, you have to prepare for the job, then enter the job and progress in the job. So what are the main aims of vocational guidance? The main aim, so main aim is to build a better future and to choose the right career, because if you do not select the right career, you are unhappy in your job and you cannot give 100%. Now imagine you selected teaching, you don't like it. If you don't like teaching, you can't be a teacher, good teacher. You may not like children. You may not like to dedicate your time with students. You may not like to plan lessons, prepare visual aids. Then you are unhappy in the job and you can't give 100% to your job. You are not fit to the job. So therefore, vocational guidance is essential for an individual to build a better future, to select the correct job, right career. On the other hand, vocational guidance helps an individual to realize his potentials. Potentials means the abilities and skills. So thereby they decide which job fits me, right? Then it also helps an individual develop right attitude towards work. So if you want to be a teacher, you should be dedicated to your work. You should plan lessons, search knowledge, then explore new thing every day. You should have the passion to love, show your kindness to children, help them whenever they have problems, guide them, right? So then otherwise, if you don't have the right attitude towards the work, you can't be a good teacher. That is common for the other jobs as well, right? Educational guidance. Now think of, I'll give you 5 minutes. Think of the educational problems encountered by children. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes that list out some educational problems. Okay, right. Now tell, what are the problems students encounter in education?
The learning difficulties.
One is learning difficulties.
Lack of motivation, miss.
Poverty,
Financial
motivation.
problems,
Financial problems.
health problem,
Health problems.
transporting problem,
Okay.
poor teaching method,
Okay. Poor teaching methods.
language
stress,
problems,
Language problems. Okay.
stress and exam pressures, stress,
Exam pressure. Yes. Exam
all,
phobia. Exam pressure.
all.
That means big content.
Yes.
What else? What else?
social problems, family problems,
Yeah, social problems, family problems, right? Okay.
confusions,
The
voices in
overcrowded classrooms,
Okay. Overcrowded
big
classrooms. Then
crowd of students.
Lack
Mm.
of support.
lack of support of
Health
who?
issues.
Mm.
Bullying.
Bullying. Okay.
Struggle with the
Right. So
specific
these
subjects.
are the educational problems. Yes. So sometimes they are poor in certain subjects, poor memory power, then tough timetable, unbearable content, then exam phobia, poor teaching methods, mm, bullying by friends, punishments by teachers, right? So all these things affect for education. That means all these are educational problems. Then why do they need educational guidance? Yes. Why do they need educational guidance?
To overcome the problems.
Yes, to overcome all the above mentioned problems, they need guidance. Okay, we'll see. Educational guidance. So then, educational guidance addresses several educational problems we discussed earlier. So then, educational guidance is associated with every aspect of education. That means maybe a tough timetable, then poor teaching methods. Sometimes the students are poor in certain subjects, so they may be poor in mathematics, science, language. So that educational guidance covers curriculum, methods of instruction, if they have problems with extra curricular activities. Discipline means that different subjects, problems with teachers, so they can overcome. Then educational guidance is given to students to understand their potential related to various fields of education. So we know that every student is not good in their studies, because there are some students who are poor in their studies but they are good in their sports, good in their aesthetic subjects, or maybe they are good in their some other skill, right? So then also educational guidance help them to identify the educational opportunities and to make right choices. As an example, now you know there are that 13-year education. Have you heard about 13-year education introduced? What do you know about 13-year education?
School-based education.
No, it is now even after O levels, if they have failed certain subjects, without stopping their education, they can continue their studies. Sometimes that is related to professional subjects, maybe hairdressing, fashion designing, agriculture, then welding, carpentry. Yeah, so they,
Wiring.
yeah, wiring. So then they have 13-year education. They can go from this side, so they don't need to stop education. So like that, they know the opportunities. Sometimes if they don't know, they will drop out school and they will destroy their life. But now they don't need to do that. Even if they drop out school, now they can go for technical colleges. So there are ample opportunities. There are a number of courses available. Even in certain villages that they have courses. Right? So they have youth councils. They have established certain training courses. So they can attend. They don't need to waste their time now. So they can take the right choice. They should know educational opportunities. For that, they need the guidance. Then it helps students to make right choices when it comes to school, higher education, vocational education, because sometimes they may not know. So if you don't know how to apply for colleges of education, even though you have qualifications, you will lose the chance, right? So then if you don't know how to apply for the university entrance, that if there maybe that there are some other opportunities that you may lose the chance. So that's why you need educational guidance in order to do your higher education, vocational education. If you want to follow certain courses, if you want to follow select some co-curricular activities, you need some guidance. Then educational guidance helps students to make an educational plan according to abilities, goals, and interests. Imagine now your plan needs to be an accountant. So you select math subjects, then you do commerce for your A-levels, then you do double AT or you do CIMA. So then you have a plan. So for that, you need the guidance of somebody who knows about it, right? The right path. Otherwise, you will mislead. So then you need the correct guidance. Then educational guidance helps students to develop good study habits, right? So now how to spend time, how to make a plan, timetable to do your studies, and how to, now imagine if you are getting ready for your A-levels, then you can for one class you can attend for theory and another class you can attend for paper classes. So like that they have some study habits. They change the way of studying. Then you adjust to the school environment. So then you take part in various educational activities like forum, debates, some clubs. So you develop your leadership qualities, interactions with others. Then you are representing different societies. Then through educational guidance, you can see your progress in different perspectives. So during the elementary stage, that means the small age, it helps the children to prepare for secondary education, right? So then it also helps to identify special need children, right? So there are some special need children who are facing difficulties. Who are special need children? Who are special need children? Tell me.
The children are with some spectrum like autism, ADHD, dyslexia.
Oh, so then it helps.
Differently able children.
Yeah, differently able children. So who are these differently able children? Those who are suffering from Down syndrome, autism, then what else? So as you said, dyslexia, dysgraphia, then
Lack of understanding.
dyscalculia, and there are some other. Tell me, what are the others? Hello. Understanding.
ADHD.
ADHD, hyperactive children, right? So then they also, it helps to identify the special need children. Sometimes the parents don't understand the differences or difficulties. So teachers, through observation, when they work in the classes, that they will identify the difficulties. Then at the secondary stage, it helps the students to understand the subjects they are taught. So then, because now, though the children, now if you ask from grade 1 or 2 child, what is your future ambition? They will say, I want to be a doctor, a pilot, an engineer. So Are they truly going to become doctors, engineers, lawyers when they go to their A-level classes? Now, if you ask from 40 students from grade 1 or 2 or grade 3, what is your future ambition? They will say, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a pilot. So are all going to become doctors, pilots and lawyers, engineers
No.
when they go to their
No,
A-level secondary classes?
no.
Oh, madam.
No. So at the secondary classes only they will understand their potentials, their skills, their capacities. Then accordingly they will build up their aspirations, their future ambitions, their vocations. Actually, now most of the children are aware of their skills. Now, some like to become chefs, then pastry baker. They now even some children want to become bakery owners. They want to improve that side. So, like that, children have various aspects. In jobs. So then at the tertiary level, educational guidance helps students to know about their highest.
Hi, ma'am. Sorry to bother you. Actually, your voice is not clear.
Sorry, I don't know. Where did we? Okay, right. So then we were discussing about this. So as you remember, where did we? Where? So from which point you did not hear me? Tell me, anybody who was listening to it. From which point you did not hear me?
Ma'am, when you're discussing regarding the difficulties, the learning, like ADHD, and the risk,
Okay.
those are the points onwards. It's getting like signal varied.
This one, no? The what you are seeing, yeah, what you are seeing on the screen, we
Uh,
were discussing about this. Ne?
So far, I can't see the screen, ma'am. Sorry.
Oh my goodness, wait. I have to share.
Yes, now I can see, ma'am.
Is this the one we were discussing?
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Right.
Yes.
So then, yeah. Okay. So we were discussing about that how educational guidance help the students to develop good study habits, adjust to school environment, and how to take leadership. They can become part of certain clubs, societies, and they can take leadership in the schools. So then it helps them to see their progress related to different skills. Then during the elementary stage, that they are guided to do their secondary education, and there are special needs students like autistic, then you told ADHD, hyperactive, then Down syndrome. So then it helps to identify the difficulties, and then sometimes we can send them for special education units, or we can do inclusive education, keeping them in the same class. So then at the secondary stage, it helps the students to understand the subjects they are taught. That means there are certain students that who, so they are also, we can give them guidance to catch those areas by employing some other teachers, right? So even during this time, they identify during their secondary classes, they identify their skills, their future ambitions, their areas, whether they are going to be an engineer or computer operator, fashion designer, chef. So they decide their future path according to their capacities, their passions and abilities. So then at the tertiary level, educational guidance helps the students know about their higher study options. Now you have done that, so you are doing your degree. Now you know after that you can go for masters, then if you are qualified you can go for MPhil, PhD, and there are certain other avenues. So then this guidance is essential for everyone. Educational guidance is essential for everybody, especially in schools, universities, and the colleges. Therefore, guidance unit is essential to guide the students for their education. Right, again we are coming to vocational guidance. So now we discussed about vocational guidance previously also. So vocational guidance help an individual to identify their abilities and to select the correct choice, their job or course. So then during the elementary stage, that means the young age, they improve certain skills. There's a special subject. What is it that enable them to improve certain skills? What is this subject? If you can remember, tell me. They used to cooperate with others. They use their hands properly. What is this subject? PTS. What is PTS? We call Prataku.
Yes, yes.
Practical,
Different skills.
technical, skills,
Skill.
right? So
Okay,
then,
I will
what do they
translate.
learn there in that subject? What do they learn in that subject?
Something to make creative things, doing creative things,
Yes,
technology.
they learn to prepare different dishes, different food items. Then they learn to do certain creative things, right? Then what else?
Experiments also they use first.
Okay. So they, yeah, so they do lots of things that they prepare food
Drawing
items,
also. Drawing
do different, learn skills. What is that? Okay. Can you hear me properly?
Ma'am, time to time you are disconnecting.
yes, ma'am. Time to time.
Right.
Yeah. Disconnect.
Okay. Then, hello. Can't you hear
Hello.
me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, ma'am.
Sometimes
In the
we
beginning, we can hear, but when you are continuous talking, then it's disconnecting. So
Okay.
some parts we can't hear.
Okay, right. Shall I do it from the beginning now? Vocational guidance?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
So,
please, madam.
okay. Vocational guidance means we are giving guidance for a person to identify their skills and accordingly selecting a course and follow it, acquire qualifications and go for a job. Select the correct job. So then during the elementary stage, right? During the elementary stage that I told you, there's a there are certain subjects like PTS, practical technical skills that they learn, how to prepare certain dishes and creative activities. That they are not only doing all these things, they learn how to use their hands properly and cooperate with others, and how to use resources properly, how to do things without wasting. So all these things they learn, right? So then so at the secondary stage, vocational guidance can be provided to help students to identify their areas of vocational interest. So then, tell me some vocational guidance programs. It can be done in the schools also, vocational guidance. That means the teacher can organize workshops, inviting some experts in different fields and organize a vocational guidance. And if you go to BMICH, you can see Edexcel, Expo. They show what are the courses available, then what are the opportunities they have, the institutes they can follow the courses, right? Have you heard about them? Edexcel, Expo, that they have certain career fairs or the educational fairs in the BMICH. So then at this stage, vocational guidance can help the students to take the right decision related to their career. Now, most of the adolescents, they are well aware about their path. Earlier that during when we were adolescents, that we did not have that knowledge. So we just did this and that and that. But now the students are well aware about their path. Even that and I'm working at the University of Colombo, and there today we had some oral exam, and there one child said that I have my aim to become a chef. I want to finish this degree within 3 years, then I go for this job, then I do this. Then they have the lifelong ambition. everybody, they have some, one said, I am doing mechatronic engineering and I want to do this, then after that I won't do this. So students are well aware about their future ambitions and what are they doing. That's a great thing. Okay, right. So now they are not clinging to become doctors or engineers or lawyers, that they have lots of avenues, lots of paths, and they are well aware about what they do. So then at the tertiary age, that day, vocational guidance should be provided to students to inform them about the various career options available, what are the jobs available in Sri Lanka, in other countries, and what are the skills they need to do the jobs, and what are the training facilities they have, and what kind of options they have. And so now if you consider about NITA, NIBM, so they, after giving the course, after following the course, they have to go for training. So like that, they get training in different places. So then vocational training must enable the students to choose the right career option and develop the essential skills that help to prepare them to enter a job selected by them. So that is vocation, that means vocational training help them to identify the correct options, correct career options, develop the necessary skills for the job, and to prepare for the job to become successful in that field. Right. Now there's a question. I'll give you 10 minutes to find answers for this. Now, related to the previous things, if you have any doubt, just tell me, I can clarify them. Related to the facts that we discussed, if you have any problem or anything that you want to clarify, tell me. Okay, right. Now, this is the question. It often feels like students in higher grades have deteriorated discipline. Their discipline is deteriorating day by day. They have weak attitudes, no values. If so, the responsibility of teachers is to find ways to address that. Now, if they have weak attitudes, if they have deteriorated discipline, so our responsibility is to help them to overcome them. Children of that age also have problems. This is youth. They are concerned about the physical attribute. They are only thinking about their hairstyles, their clothes, beauty, and all. Their psychological needs are different. This is a conversation in a staff room. What does it mean by physical development related problems of adolescence? Number 2, state 2 psychological needs of secondary school students with examples. What are their psychological needs? 3, describe 3 strategies that can be implemented in the classroom to connect the secondary level students to the learning process activity. So then you have discussed 3 strategies we can use to connect them to teaching learning process in the classroom, right? Okay, I'll give you 10 minutes. Now it's 8:40 that you have to find the answers by 8:50. Okay, now take your time and find the answers for them, everybody. Did you understand the question? Do you want me to clarify it again? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Got it.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Okay, right. Now tell me, anybody, what does it mean by physical development related problems of adolescence? Who can give the answer?
Excuse me, madam. Can I tell?
Physical development related problems. Yes.
Teenagers
Yes.
face teenagers face difficulties due to rapid body changes during puberty, such as irregular periods, weight issues, and hormonal changes. Is it correct, ma'am?
Yes. Yeah. Can you hear me properly?
Yes, ma'am. I can
Right.
hear you.
Yeah. Any others? If you have any other answer, just tell.
Might be they have nutrition problems.
Mm. Right.
Concern about their appearance.
Mm. Okay. Right. So then, physical development related problems means due to puberty during the adolescence. So there are physical changes occur. So then, as I told you before, there are some students who grow faster than the others, and some of them the others growth is less, that means slower. The students, those who have higher growth, like now imagine now their mustache appear, and then their voice changes, especially the boys, then they have problems. Then they think, why this happens to me and why others don't have this. And those who do not have these kind of changes, they think, why I am skinny and I don't have these characteristics that he is having this, like that. So they have these physical development related problems, right? Then next one, state two psychological needs of secondary school students with examples. Okay, tell.
Need for recognition,
Mm.
self-esteem. They accept appreciation
Mm.
and encouragement. For example, praising their achievement and giving responsibilities, leadership. Right.
Okay. Right. Others?
Need for belonging and acceptance. For example, a student feels motivated and happy when classmates include them in group projects or games.
Yes. Okay. So then their psychological need is acceptance. Acceptance by the society, acceptance by their peer groups. So they like to take the leadership. Then other thing is they like to take their own decisions. They don't like to obey the rules and regulations. They like to improve their talents and show their abilities, skills, right? Sometimes they investigate new things, right? So then next one, describe three strategies that can be implemented in the classroom to connect the secondary level students to the learning teaching process. Okay, who can give the answer for this?
Use of technology and real life examples, multimedia videos, and practical application of lesson, colorful teaching aids, attraction.
Okay.
attract-
Okay, another one.
Make them group learning, like working with the peers and solve problems, discuss topics.
Okay, another one. Yes, tell.
Or give some the hands-on experience.
Okay, right. So then we can, as you said, that we can use technology. we can incorporate technology in their lessons. We can give discovery learning. We can give them some activities for discovery learning. They have to discover and learn. We can give them projects and group activities, presentations. Then we can give them certain what if we
Debates.
talk about project, yeah, debates, panel discussions, and some creative activities, right? So then we can incorporate them, and practical activities, right? That they have to use their knowledge in practical situations. So these kind of things can be done to get the adapt them to the learning teaching process. Okay. Now, next one is something different, that is called Kothari Commission. It's a commission that is mostly implemented in India, not in Sri Lanka. So, according to this Kothari Commission, on the basis of the need of guidance at various stages of life and education, the Kothari Education Commission has specified the following aims of guidance. Now, they have prescribed these things for the secondary level students. So, they also mentioned that we need guidance, especially education guidance at different stages. So, they are, according to Kothari Commission, educational guidance help adolescents to know about their skills, abilities, and effectively develop these skills and abilities for future jobs. Right? So, Kothari Commission emphasize improving the skills and abilities of the students effectively. Next one, enable the students to understand their strengths and weaknesses, because certain children, they don't understand their strengths and weaknesses and take wrong decisions related to the jobs. So then one thing is to make them aware about their strengths and weaknesses, what they can do, what they can't do, what they have to improve. Another thing is help the student to do school related activities according to their abilities and skills. So then they can, as I told you, 13-year education. So they can select their path according to their skills and abilities. Another one, it helps students in making educational and vocational choices, which are realistic and achievable. Now, as an example, if there's a child, he says that he wants to become a pilot, but he is not good in his education and he doesn't have enough money to follow the courses, then no use of having that aspiration, that future ambition. So if we should have some kind of future ambition that we can achieve. So therefore, that Kothari Commission emphasizes that make them aware about some aspirations, some future ambitions they can achieve, achievable future ambitions, vocational choices they can achieve. Another one, it aims at helping students in acquiring information about various educational opportunities. What are the educational opportunities children have now? Tell me, what kind of educational opportunities children have? Tell me. Educational opportunities.
Participating
Using technology.
You are using technology. Then
They have
what else?
various vocational training courses.
They have various vocational training.
Scholarships and financial aid.
Ah,
Scholarships.
yeah, scholarships. Even 13-year education is also an educational opportunity. They don't need to stop their education from all level. They can continue their education, right? Okay. Then what else? What are the other opportunities? Educational opportunities, scholarships. They can go to other countries, or even in our country they can do it. And they have different avenues, rather than if they say that if they feel that they can't do their academic work, they can go for some other opportunities. They have some other avenues. Right? Okay.
Digital learning, ma'am.
Digital learning, yes. Right. Next one. To help students to adjust to their personal as well as social space and environment. So it helps them to adjust to their environment, to society, to their school environment, so social environment, and then to help the school authorities to understand the potential of the students, that school authority can understand their abilities, the children's abilities. So then educational programs can be designed to improve those abilities of the students, especially career guidance workshops can be organized to improve their abilities, to give them training courses, make them understand their abilities, and accordingly to select training courses, so some other professional courses, right? The next one, at the higher education stage, Crow and Crow have listed the following aims of guidance. We'll see what are they. Guidance aims the students to choose the curriculum according to their abilities, interests, and future needs. Again, the same. They say that career guidance, so the guidance help the children to select the curriculum or the subjects according to their abilities, interests, and future needs. So the one is 13-year education, other one is their A-level stream. If they think they are good at commerce, they want to become finance managers or audits or accountant, they can select those A-level subjects. If they feel they are not good in A-level subjects, they want to do some professional subjects, they can do so. It enables students to develop work and study habits which guide them towards success. Again, the same. It encourages students to understand the purpose and the function of the school in fulfilling their needs. Actually, do you think that children need to go to school? Or do you think that it's not necessary? They can do their home-based learning and go for job. Give your ideas.
Actually, it's good if they go to the school, they have a social environment. And I feel, in my opinion,
Okay,
it's good
right.
if they go.
Okay. Others?
Go to the school is best.
Why?
So study the discipline and social interaction. Some basic curriculum-based education. So getting vast knowledge in the curriculum-based education.
What else? Right. So then, actually, school education is 9:30. School education is essential because through school education, we learn how to interact with others. We learn good habits and good cultures, then the discipline. So lots of things, even how to respect others and to cooperate with others, creative activities. We learn lots of things through school education, right? So when we compare with somebody who doesn't have that, so children develop lots of things through school education. So then it encourages students to understand the purpose and the function of the school in fulfilling their needs. So even if they go for a job, they need to work with others, how to work with others, how to work with a team, how to respect others, how to listen to others. All these things we learn from the school. Right. Okay. You can hear? Hello? Can't you hear?
Yes.
Can or can't?
Can hear.
Okay, right. Next one. Guidance aims to help students in finding out what the school has to offer in terms of study plan. So then, schools also has a greater responsibility in guiding the students, right? So teachers can help them to make study plans and facilitate the students to identify their opportunities to do higher education. Then they can help even if the child is not good in academic work, teachers can help them to find other courses professional courses and go for other jobs, right? So then from the school, teachers can develop their leadership qualities, making them prefects, making them leaders of different clubs, societies, giving them opportunities to represent the school with other schools, or sometimes they get opportunity to go abroad and represent the schools, represent the country, right? So then we can give the school can give opportunities for them to take part in different school activities. Then it aims to help the students to develop and maintain fitness level. That means if they are good fit in their academic work, the teachers can encourage them to do their further studies. Guidance enables the students to develop an attitude to continue their studies in the chosen educational institution. So now sometimes some children from O levels, they go for higher studies. Some of them, they complete their A levels and go for higher studies. So whatever it is, teachers can guide the students to do their higher education. Right. Now, if we consider about the aim of education, what is the aim of education? What is the aim of education? Not education, the aim of guidance. Guidance is to help individuals to understand their abilities and make maximum contribute to the society. So now being teachers, you can improve your knowledge, your skills, and you are serving the society. You give your best, your maximum to the society. It aims to help the individual solve his or her problems and make proper choices and adjustments. So guidance help them to solve the problems and they do their best to the society by adjusting to the society. Guidance support the individual to have permanent foundation for mature adjustment. So that means mainly they adjust the society through guidance. Guidance help individual to live a well-balanced life, that physically, mentally, socially, emotionally, they lead a well-balanced life. At the primary level of education, sometimes they may need guidance, but they need most guidance when they're in the secondary education and when they go for higher studies, right? So especially in formal education, especially when they go professional courses, they need the guidance of teachers, trainers, and professional counselors. Right. Aims of vocational guidance. So now we discussed all these things. The aim of vocational guidance is to help the students to acquire knowledge related to the duties of the jobs, and not only the duties, that there are certain things we have to fulfill. So if we go for a job, we have to work with a team. That means we need to collaborate with others. We need to have some we have to achieve the aims and objectives of the institute. So we have to fulfill its goals, vision, mission. So then these things should be fulfilled. So we need guidance for that. Then again, we discuss from the vocational guidance, find related to their skills and abilities, earn qualifications, and prepare for the specific jobs. Then again, help the students to gain experiences in order to work in the schools, in order to work in certain places. So they through training they gain practical knowledge about how to work in certain places, and they develop special skills, abilities in their jobs. Then again, they need to they learn to dedicate themselves in order to achieve the objectives of the working places. Also, it helps to finally, that the most important thing is that in short, in brief, vocational guidance is helping a person to identify their skills, abilities, accordingly identify a job. For that, they have to identify a professional course follow it, gain qualifications, prepare for the job, enter the job, and prosper in the job. Right? That is in brief. Okay. So I think it also helps the students to identify their skills, abilities related to their specific job. It helps those people who have some deficiencies, handicaps, economically weak children to make right vocational choices, because I told you that if a child is not good in the qualifications, and if they have enough, if they don't have enough money, they can go for a profession like pilot. So then according to their economy, according to their abilities, skills, they should find a job. Again, they should find vocational guidance, help them to identify vocational training given by certain institutes, enter training course, and gain the necessary skills. Again, vocational guidance help them to adjust to the working environment, help them to work with others, interact with the society, and achieve their success in the job. Further, if they take wrong decisions in their jobs related to their job, if they follow wrong courses, then they will be unsuccessful in their jobs. Therefore, we have to guide them to select courses according to their skills, abilities, and find a suitable job. Okay, there's another question. You can do this at home, or else that since we have time, we can give you some more time. The time a student spend, okay, now before that, we'll discuss avocational question. Although some students are weak in academic work, they show competence in manual work using various equipment. Manual work means like carpentry, mason work, uh, automobile. Right? If they have such opportunities, their disobedient nature will fade away and they will start coming to school happy. It's like the 13-year education. It will be a great advantage for their future no matter when they leave school. So once they leave school, they are skillful. Therefore, not to worry about their education if they are not good in that. This is an extract from a conversation that took place at a workshop for teachers on vocational guidance. Number 1, name 4 institutions from which information about vocational guidance can be obtained. Number 2, define the term vocational guidance with the inclusion of 2 main objectives expected to be fulfilled through a vocational guidance service. I already discussed now, just now I discussed. So you can prepare a definition for that. 3, for a student who had received experience of vocational guidance from the primary school age, it will be easy to make maximum use of the guidance service given at secondary school age. Describe your opinion using 3 points about this. Okay. Again, I will give you 10 minutes. Find answers for these three questions. Do you want me to explain it again? Do you want me to explain the question again? No? Can you find some answers? Hello.
On it, ma'am.
Can madam.
Okay, right. Okay. Now 10 minutes, right? Okay. Okay, right. Doesn't matter. So we'll discuss now. Name 4 institutions from which information about vocational guidance can be obtained. Tell me. That means 4 vocational guidance institutions. Tell. One is
NIA,
NIA. NIA? No. NIA,
NITA.
not that is not vocational. NITA.
tertiary and vocational education.
Okay.
Technical colleges.
Technical colleges. VTA, Vocational Training Authority, NIBM. Right. So then German Tech.
Employment exchanges, career guidance centers.
No, I'm asking institutions.
Okay.
Name, you have to name them. Like technical colleges, German Tech, Lalita
Vita.
Kundli Vocational Institutions, yeah, NITA, VTA, right, like that. Define the term vocational guidance with the inclusion of 2 main objectives expected to be fulfilled through a vocational guidance service. So then, so what are the main objectives that should be included in the definition? One is guiding them to identify the skills first, right? So you have to include these things in your definition. Identify the skills or abilities. Then help them to identify a relevant course according to their abilities. Acquire qualifications. Then enter the job. Then prepare for the job. Enter the job and progress in it. So these things should be there. One is to identify the skills and abilities. Then find a course and prepare for the job. Identify the vocation that is related to the skills and abilities. Then prosper in the job. So after entering the job, you have to prosper. That means like you become, now you are doing so. Now you are teachers and you are improving your knowledge, that you are gathering qualifications, right? Next one. For a student who had received experience of vocational guidance from the primary school age, it will be easy to make maximum use of the guidance service given at secondary school age. Describe your opinion using 3 points about this. Okay, tell now. Give your ideas. Yes. Give your ideas. It doesn't matter. Whatever comes to your mind, you can tell.
In primary
Now,
education,
for
make
a student.
more hands experience subjects, then it will help. We can identify what are the suitables more they like. And like basically we can tell as a student learning centers. So more in hands-on experience subjects.
Yeah. So then one thing is that we can make them aware that every job is equally important. So now not only the jobs, white collar jobs, that all the jobs, even if we don't have the farmer, we don't have food to eat. So that we have to make them aware that each and every job is equally important. Then we have to make them aware that we have to use our body hand coordination. If they want to sew, if they want to knit, if they want to do some creative activities, they need to use the body hand coordination. Then we have to make them aware how to very carefully without wasting, right? Then how to cooperate with others in order to go for a job. They need, so then you have to use explain these 3 points. Okay, any other thing you want to add? Okay, Now we'll go to the
Maximum
last
usage.
point.
Maximum usage.
Yes, maximum usage of the resources.
Yes. Resource.
Right.
At same time, they can let them to think about what are the more job opportunities as the new jobs can come to the field.
Yes, yes. Yes, new job and jobs it seems. Even the qualified people, they are working from home, most of them, right? When it comes to avocational guidance means now apart from what the vocational guidance, that we need to use our leisure time usefully, fruitfully. How can we use our leisure time fruitfully?
Gardening.
Gardening, then
Cooking,
cooking,
Reading.
traveling,
traveling,
Reading.
engaging
Upcycling things.
okay, even engaging in co-curricular activities.
Okay.
Yeah, so then we can make use of their time in an effective manner. So it helps to manage their leisure time in an effective manner, these activities. So then it is essential as co-curricular activities play an important role in developing the students. It helps students to select their right activities. So like some of them like playing badminton, cycling, gardening, traveling, watching movies, right? And even now many people like bird watching elephants, right? So then this type of guidance help the individual to participate effectively in co-curricular activities and help to develop personal skills, right? Like interaction, respecting, they love nature, enjoy, they get pleasure. So these things are also very much essential for the life of a person, right? That is the end of the PPT. If you need anything that you want to clarify, you can ask. Yes. Yes. Tell. Did you understand? No problems?
yes, ma'am, got it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Right.
Can you
Then
Ma'am,
share
can
the
you upload the PowerPoint?
okay, I'll
PDF.
upload to your group now, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
thank you, ma'am.
okay. I'll even if you want, I can send it to your chat.
Yeah, if you can upload the chat in our chat, then it's easy for us to download.
Okay, right. I'll do. Okay, done. Now you can download it. Right. So thank you very much for joining the class and supporting, interacting. Because otherwise, if I talk alone, that's useless, and you also feel sleepy and drowsy. And when you talk, you also can contribute with your ideas. Okay. So thank you very much for joining.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. You're welcome. Okay, good night, everybody. We'll meet tomorrow.
Good night, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night.
Okay, yeah, good night.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank you, madam. Good night, madam.